All right, everybody, we'll get started. We have Cal State San Bernardino joining us. A couple quick notes on the game. This will mark the fourth Elite Eight in which the top four seeds have reached the semifinals since the reseeding of the quarterfinals began back in 2016. And also, it'll be the first Elite Eight win by a team from the California Collegiate Athletic Association since 2010. That was Cal Poly Pomona. Earlier today, West Liberty got the first win for the Mountain East since 2017, and Nova Southeastern got the first win for the Sunshine State Conference since 2015, Florida Southern. So just a couple notes, some great achievements by the teams for their conferences as well today. Welcome to head coach Andy Newman, Brandon Knapper, and Momo Fofana. We'll do as we have been doing all day. We'll have coach open up with a comment. We'll have the student athletes for a few minutes, and then we'll bring Andy. We'll keep Andy here for a little bit. We know we've got some deadlines coming up, so we want to try and get them in and out pretty quick. So, coach, great win tonight. Opening comments, please.
Yeah, thanks. I thought this was a hard-fought win for us. We knew coming into this, really good team playing really good at the time, and just very fortunate to come out on top. I mean, as I was watching film on Lincoln Memorial, a lot of the same things that they do well, we do well, and so it was just going to be a battle of who did it better on this night. And fortunately for us, we defended, rebounded, did the things that we talk about every day, and then played together, especially in the second half, and shot a really high percentage. So just really fortunate to come out on top of this really good week.
Awesome, coach. Thank you. Let's, Chris, I'll let you open it up with our student athletes.
Sure. Mahmoud, great game off the bench, 18 and 14. Can you tell us what sparked your game tonight?
Just trying to play hard. Just remember when we coach told me, just start off on defense, rebound, and play together, and try to go out there and keep the super high.
Brandon, your game tonight was also solid. Your thoughts on the win today?
It was a team win. I said a lot of individual confidence. We wanted to team. All that same goal. All over the group and everything.
And as you heard, a big win for your conference. It's been over a decade. Your thoughts on what it means to be wearing the badge for your league?
And it's special. It's a special group. It was a special group. Came for last year with Coach Newman. We knew we had something to achieve. We still not finished. We've got a lot more.
Here, I'll throw one out for you guys. Just the road to get here. I mean, you talk about number one, your conference, number two, the region. You know, well, I want to talk a little bit about it, and Brandon, just talk a little bit about the grind over the last bunch of weeks it's been, and to get here to get a victory to move you into the national semifinal. Brandon, we'll start with you.
It starts in the summer. Started in the summer. We always told everyone the national championship. And we started off with the team off of great off. It's very nice. I just love the team and it's special for the team. Like he said, this is a special team. It's been a long, crazy year. This team just keeps on fighting and we really play for each other. Just gotta keep it going.
Anything else for student athletes? Chris,
Yeah,
you got one more?
looking forward to Nova Southeastern to see what they do. As a really good bunch of guards on your team, they're very quick. Do you feel like you can rise to the challenge, or what's it going to be like to face those that pressure?
We said we got a bunch of guards that take care of the ball. That's the most important. Take care of the ball and then that press. We're smart and coach is smart. It's gonna be a good game. Gotta play our basketball. That will happen.
All right, we'll let the student athletes go. Gentlemen, congratulations on a great win tonight. We'll see you Thursday. We'll keep Coach Newman here. And Coach, I'll kick it off. You know, basically the same question I asked them, just the grind of getting through one of the toughest regions in the country. Great conference, for you guys this year, and then to get a win tonight. It's just got to be really satisfying.
It really is. And you said it, it is a grind. This time of year, we're traveling and playing in conference tournament championships. And then playing in regionals, that's tough. Although some people might say, oh, you're going to San Diego really hard. No, I mean, the team's down there. And then, obviously Point Loma, that win for us was really special to beat them on the road, a team of that caliber who had that much momentum. And it really took a lot out of us.
Yeah.
It really did. And so it was a much needed break. And then coming here, you don't know how much you got left in the tank until you get out there. And it's funny, I was talking to a coach earlier today, and he was like, how do you feel? I said, I don't know, I'll let you know after the second possession, and after the second possession, I felt pretty good. I did, because our guys had a look in their eye, they had a lot in the tank. And, you can tell with our guys, like, when they're talking to each other and they're, coaching each other, you got something. And that's what we had tonight, and we needed it. They can incredible team, coach Bernardino, coach, doing a phenomenal job with really good players. So we knew we had to have it, and our guys stepped up, even as tired as I know they were. But again, not everybody's tired. Everybody's dead though. Everybody. So if you can't get excited about playing for a national championship, then I don't know, we should get on the golf course.
Chris, go ahead, bud.
Yeah, so not represented here today with Derek Spickens, and I thought he gave you a real spark today. 22 points. Can you tell about what he means to your team?
Yeah, he's huge, and he's our defensive stopper. He was voted defensive player here in our conference. We've asked him to defend the best players every night, and so his contribution to us has primarily been on the defensive end. For him, like we saw it, like you guys all saw it tonight, he can really score. And he's multi-dimensional. He can get to the rim, he can rebound, shoot threes. So that was really big for him to show that, because in the last couple of weeks we've been asking him just defend. And then tonight, everybody kind of saw offensively the contribution he had for us too. So, but he's a special player, special talent. Really fun to coach. Just that guy.
And just feeding on that defensive effort today, I thought was tremendous for your whole team. And obviously you needed it against the caliber of opponent you played today. Can you speak a little bit about your team?
Yeah, we really did. Watching Lincoln Memorial play, they're shooting over 50% from the floor. We knew we had to really lock in defense to give us a chance to win. And it's good because that's what we talk about every day. And that's our number one pillar. And so our guys were really locked in on that. Going into this game, even more so because of who we were playing and their strengths and how good they are offensively. So our guys talked about it all week. We studied a ton of film. Our guys studied more film than they have ever studied. And so that effort and seeing what we did to them on that end was really what won us the game.
Coach, last question for you before we let you get out of here. Quick turnaround, obviously, playing the late game, and then, got to flip around tomorrow with practice and scout and all that stuff. How are you guys going to prepare, for the next 48 hours or so to get ready for the national semi?
Yeah, we're going to rest. We've watched enough of those Southeastern to know that their philosophies. And so we're going to rest. We're going to, again, watch a lot of film, and then we're going to get out there. Obviously, play our game. I think, like I said earlier, we've got some pretty dynamic guards, and we're going to let it rip. And I know they're going to let it rip too. I think it's going to be a great game. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun to be a part of. And, it's March and you're in the Final Four. So, hey, we're enjoying every minute of it. And on Thursday, we're going to bring it. And team that plays the best is going to win, which is why we all love the sports so much.
Awesome, Coach. Thanks so much. Congratulations. We'll see you on Thursday.
Great. Thank you.
All right. Our final team for the night is Lincoln Memorial. Joining us is their head coach, Jeremiah Samarippis, and student athletes Matthew Sells and Jordan Walters. Same drill. We'll start off, Coach. We'll have you give an opening comment. We'll couple of questions for our student athletes, and then we'll keep Coach for a few minutes once again. We'll kind of speed it up a little bit because we are running against deadlines, especially back home for them. So, Coach, opening comments on the game tonight.
First, I want to give credit to somebody who today. Your guys played really well. He just killed us on offensive glass. We knew they were the better team in the country on offensive glass. We played one of our worst performances of the year. I think I have a lot to do with it. And obviously, we're playing with probably our best player for QB towards ACL 16 makes a big difference. You know, him not out there, our best defenders, our lead scorer. You know, just missing the 6'8" guard. You know, it's a big difference. But proud of our guys for the season that we had. Even getting down 20 there, we battled to try to get back into the game. To win 30 games, go 30-5 my second year. Nothing to be ashamed of. I'm proud of the way we battled to try to get back into the game.
Thanks, Coach. Chris, start off for our student athletes.
Yeah, for either of you two, what defensively did do to you that made it so hard for you to shoot? Uncharacteristically, shot 34%, you're around 52 on the season. What was the difference in the defense you saw?
I'd say. Yeah, I think we got one shot.
And obviously being a man down way out first, you obviously won the regional. And did you feel like you were playing with house money coming into this one, or did you feel like, hey, even under man, we can still pull this off?
I mean, I'd say we expect.
Yeah, I mean, I would say we were kind of house money. We came in, we played a lot for us.
Guys, talk a little bit about, you're the two sophomores of the group, and Coach, we'll talk about these guys in a second when we release them. But just talk about that leadership in the locker room, especially with the seniors and the guys that came back for a fifth year. Talk a little bit about what they meant to you guys in this whole season, getting here to the Elite Eight.
I just want to remember. He may have taken us tomorrow here. He came here, stuff, all his time, very big practice. That's it. Yeah, he plays soccer basketball.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much. We'll keep Coach here for a few more moments, but congratulations on an outstanding season. Coach, I'll ask you the same question. Talk first about your sophomores that were just up here, but then talk about Quay and that group that has done so much for the program.
Yeah, both of those guys, being sophomores, having 2 years left. Hopefully, this is a valuable experience for them, being able to play as sophomores with 2 years left. And hopefully we can use it as fuel to build for next season. That's what we did this year. We lost in the second round last year, and was able to make it to the Elite Eight this year with pretty much the same team. And Quay, obviously, like they said, he doesn't get as much credit nationally. He didn't make any of the all-region teams, which I was very disappointed to see that he didn't make any all-region teams. Chase made first team. He doesn't get a lot of credit, but he's the best defender, in the country at this level. Obviously, you guys didn't get to see it very nice because we couldn't use it. And then he's our leading scorer. He's a 6'8", just can do a lot. So I feel for him because recruiting him to LMU, one of the biggest things that we pushed was, hey, let's go win a national championship. We had a guy like you, and I think we're national championship good. If we have him, maybe we still lose, or maybe we win. We're playing on Thursday, I don't know. But he was able to come here and take a lesser role, even though he was our lead scorer. He could have went somewhere else, Division I, and then an average a lot of points for Division II, and average 22 points a game. It's that good, and only a lot of fun playing basketball. And then Jordan Guest too. Last time we were here, Jordan Guest was on the all tournament team in the Elite Eight. He hasn't had the type of season this year that he probably would like to have individually. But he'll go down as one of the best players in LMU history. Playing at Final Four his first year with us here. We lost to West Texas on the buzzer, and coming back again, they not a lot of guys that can say they in our college career played in 2 gates. So I want to give him some credit as well. Chase, who's got 1 more year. Probably didn't have his best game today, but I know it's what you will him. He's ready to go next year when we get back to the fall.
Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, just to feed off of that, we already saw Black Hill State and Nova here last year, won this time around, or actually, I should say one game last year, but being here again, getting that experience under your belt, what specifically will you and your returning players take out of this experience and bring back? I know it's kind of just happened, but if you can talk about that a little.
Yeah, maybe just a moment, young guys being their first time here, and even Chase, he was here with us last time, but he wasn't in rotation. So this is really his first time playing on the stage this big. And, we try not to push the narrative today. This is a big game. It's just another basketball game, which I think is the best approach. But just being here, having the experience of being here, I think will do a lot. And playing with another team, San Bernardino is really talented. Defensively involved, just they're switching everything. Their athleticism and their ability to guard one-on-one. Really hurt us. We didn't have enough guys that could pressure on the rim off the road. And that was something that Quake is really low. And without him, we just didn't have another guy that could do it. Chase was able to do a little bit, McCall a little bit. But it just turned into us jacking threes. We're not good. We can make threes. We shoot on 40%. We're second in the country behind Northwest and field goal percentage. But taking 35 threes in the game is not good for us.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it. Congratulations on a great season.